Jadis, il avait un grand pays légendaire. Qu'on appelait Is. Sur l'intervention des déesses jumelles et des six saints, les grands pays prospéraient. Les déesses avaient un trésor précieux, la perle noire. Elle avait des sortes de pouvoirs mystérieux. Avec la magie, on pouvait faire des miracles. Avec l'éclairia, on pouvait amplifier ses pouvoirs magiques. Grâce à elle, on croyait que les pouvoirs de Is dureraient une éternité. Mais soudain, un désastre frappa Is. Beaucoup de monstres démoniques sont apparus et ont commencé à envahir Is. Les forces diaboliques ont tout fait de ravager la terre, mais tous les habitants sont sauvés dans le temple de Salomon. On aurait dit la fin du monde. C'est alors la perle noire qui sauva Is de la ruine, car elle souleva les temples dans les airs. Mais, aussitôt après ces soulagements fugitifs, les démons ont construit une autre tour, et une nuée de monstres sont partis en direction du sanctuaire. Is menaçait de tomber. Pire encore, un événement imprévu arriva dans le temple de Salomon. Quelle histoire! Les déesses jumelles, les descendantes de Is, ont toutes disparu. Dans une situation désespérée, les 600 ont pris une résolution. Pour constituer une équipe de recherche, ils ont organisé une sélection parmi des chevaliers et des sorciers. Enfin, les 100, ils envahiront à la terre dévastée.
Hello. Good evening. Konbanwa. And how's it going for you? I hope you've been having a good day so far. For me, it's actually been quite a good day. Albeit, sadly, Sweden is out. And I'm talking about the FIFA football, if you're wanting. Sweden sadly didn't make it. They lost the series against France. And they had to win if they wanted to keep going, so yeah. Sadly no more Sweden. But I'll be seeing on Argentina instead. Mainly because I like the way they play. And also another thing, on a more positive note. So today the Swedish military are weapon, or is it supposed to be our force? Not really sure, but anyway, they died in 100 today, so I sadly missed it because the main event happened when I was walking. And then I was gonna go to the last main event. But yeah, I haven't yet started, so I decided not to. Because I didn't bring a jacket with me. But I did see some footage of it, and it looked really good. This makes me sad that I missed it, but it is what it is. Anyway, so today we're gonna keep playing some Ace Attorney investigations. But before we do that, so today I'm 41% pony, and I'm also 41% delicious. Anyway, I can't really think of anything else to talk about, so let me start the game. So, last time at Ace Attorney investigations, Miles Edgeworth. So did we get started? And well, and a murder happened at Edgeworth's office, and we're currently trying to figure out who the murder is. First the groom still got the flame, but now Maggie is the suspect. So, and with that, let's get to the gaming. So I'm just gonna do this quickly, and oh, my bad. You're not meant to see this. Anyway, and then I do that. This. And there we go. Let's get to it. Let's get to the gaming. So we're gonna continue where we left off. We're now at the later part of episode 1. Mars 14, 4:18 AM. Securities building, 12th floor hallway. What is with the prosecutor? I can't believe who youth he was. It was unbelievable. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving make his innocence. You'll see, sir. Yeah, you do that, but first you need to calm the fuck down. Nothing good will come out of you being this upset. But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. Yes, but we can still investigate outside. Dude, so then, what now? We'll just investigate outside like I used to say. Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Yeah, your luck is still at it. You know this bad, miss this bite? We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Really so? Well, yes. Do you really think that the mother could get everything they need from the office? Because I tell you, I'm pretty sure that's not the case. For example, this hallway, the linchpin of his argument against Mr. Spike is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information. Regarding the mysterious surrounding my door. Yeah, like how he managed to enter and get the master key and all. Prosecutors building, 12th floor hallway. Well, since we investigating now, just gonna save her. And then first thing first. Yes, sir. So, anything interesting? Detective Kumsu, you look at intrigued by something. Care to say? Oh, it's nothing. But I noticed that Mr. Postman calls his partner Jim. Yeah, I still find it quite strange. I mean, I get the pun here. Sportsman is supposed to be sportsman, and Jim is supposed to be Jim. So I get the pun. The detective in the Sunday night drama. All my cops is named Jim too. Okay. But how is that relevant to this? Thanks for the follow, Mimi. I hope you have been doing good. And also, well, I'm at it. So, for everyone that haven't heard of Mimi, so Mimi is an artist from Netherlands. So yeah, just gonna give a little quick shout out. So, okay, why isn't it doing its job? Okay, now it's acting up. Hello? No. Okay, there. Okay, now we did its job. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, so Mimi say is a V artist that from Netherlands. So if you want some good art and also a little cozy and chaotic time, then I do recommend the second-hand art. Anyway, let's get back to the game now. I bet one of them is a big fan of that song. I don't think that's the case. You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too. Of course, the tight point of a friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, son. You're welcome. But it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have. Ho ho ho. Yeah, let's leave it at the super strong. Friendship, detective. I think you mistaken it with pity. How can you say that, son? And after all we've been duped to? Well, I mean, you should be used to it. Oh, there was an achievement for this. Okay. Anyway, let's talk a little about the witnesses then. About Misty's bite. No way she's the killer. Please don't tell me you pointed that accusation, son. Just a thought. I think she's innocent. However, I need to ask her a few things regarding her security guard position. Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her and then press A. Then you two can talk about whatever topic you pick. When you want to ask her about evidence, all you have to do is present it to her with X. After you choose what is of her, press X again and off you two go. I recommend solving different people, different things. You'd be surprised by what they say. Thank you for the explanation. So, I don't recall asking for one. Yeah, I basically already know all this. Oh, just so you know, so you can solve me evidence in the same way too. I see, but I didn't even ask. I do believe it's time to get down to business and ask some questions of Mr. Spy. Ignored again? Oh, you. Anyway. Yeah, I think before I ask her, I do wanna look around. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Well, there's already something that interests me, but let's see. A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent. Talk about a luxury waiting area. These papers are also great for napping, you know. Okay, I get it. You really like to nap. You would sleep even out here, detective, in a hallway, Whenever I do, I always wind up teaming up or giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends the same way. Me getting thrown by a lawyer? Isn't that awful? So it happens both in your dream and in reality. Maybe I should give it a try sometime to envision myself winning, not really. Oh you, oh you. Appetitives, not on the high. Well, of course, there isn't enough space for anyone to hide on the high anyway. I mean, if someone could control themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed. Sounds to me like somebody has already tried at least once before. Well, I wonder if I could fit. Okay, why is it here? It's... Oh! Isn't this the missing sale files, so? It is. No doubt about it. The bloody letter, mark it clear as day. There seems to be a fair basis missing. So that is what they was after. Overdip took only what was necessary and left the rest behind. So what are the serial files about, so? I guess they got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Interesting. Huh? They belong to the high prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was tasked with keeping them as they were. Oh, I see. Then that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right? Yeah, it's safe to say so. It would seem so. Only the bases related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. Yeah, I'm wanting to. Anyway, let's see what else I can find. I want to until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. A minimalist, yet classy door made of top quality wood. It's totally made, making it near impossible to break in by force. It's almost majestic, so I wish I could be as stately as this door. Only comes to what praise at all as something created in himself. Yeah, that shows how low he thinks of himself. Being a detective has its own rewards and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, that's a book 98 that anyone can admire. I see. So you're saying, so that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone? If that makes you feel better. Yay. That long pause wasn't exactly yeah or so in, so. Anything else of interest? I don't see any signs of forced ending, and according to the code, no signs that the locker was big either, so meaning that the door yearly was opened with a key. Did you happen to ask if any pins were lifted from the doorknob? Apparently, the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Whip, they think. They have been very thorough for them. Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind. Well then, let's check a little more outside then. What is a basketball doing here? I have a big question right now. And I think I already know the answer to that question. Does Mr. Postman prize possession, sir? Why am I not surprised? I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. Yeah, certainly an odd place. This office, 1203, 1203. Hey, Maggie, resume is this again? It's Mr. Postman, sir. So he's my new neighbor, I see. I suppose he moved in when I was away overseas. So he lives next door. That makes it all the more interesting actually. What is a basketball hoop doing here? Hey, did it used to be used outside next to the building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? More importantly, how does it even fit? I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers take it up here recently. You gotta be fucking me. Take it? I heard that it won't fit in the elevator. No surprise there. So the poor guy had to bring it himself. All the way up to the 12th floor. Yeah, I feel bad for him. It looks like you're in quite the pinch. It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edward. Ah, it's the tutorial guy. To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is not evening matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly post haste. Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open. Well, I appreciate it, but I don't think I need your help. How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? Of course you don't remember him. Is everything alright? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning, and I'm finally at 154 pounds. Congratulations, but that wasn't what I meant with that question. Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway and this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. A word of advice, stay focused or you might start to lose even more weight. Anyway, I finished the second iron now, so let's get to it. I was wondering if I might speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream where I've been just examined by 10 miles Edward. That's not something you should be happy about. I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I thought you can marry me by showing my notes to her with X. But first I wanna talk about the victim. Have you ever met the victim before? Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Pottsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Pottsman. That sounds like fun. Just once, I'd have loads to play with them. Well, personally, I would like to believe that I'm quite good at basketball myself. If I do say so myself. It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Pottsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, so not really that surprised because he is quite the egoist. On second thought, I don't think I'd have fit in all that well with them. Anyway, let's talk a little about yourself. Mr. Smarky Pie, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective. She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. Ah, yeah, I remember those days. One day, she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit. Oh yeah, I remember that one. I still feel sorry for her. But I overlooked Detective Combs for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought, until a 5 hours ago, right before I was supposed to clock out for the night. You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct? Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Honestly, I wanna see you up, but the matter of the fact is, you are a walking disaster. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. Okay, how are you still alive? I've been hit by all sorts of vessels, gotten sick from all sorts of foods. Okay, exactly how are you still alive? Failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and now I even managed to be named a criminal just when I've become a security guard. Honestly, how are you still alive? That's a lot to go through in one lifetime. I know, and just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Kumsu involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about me, Mr. Spy. No, do you need to worry about yourself? I will solve this case, and to prove your innocence, all I ask in return is for your cooperation. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth, you can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. Well then, for starters, I wanna ask you about the master key. So when did you discover that the master key was missing? By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 AM, so... And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 AM. It was used to sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those 2 times, it was not just gone, but stolen, so... Master key was stolen. This key went missing from approximately 1 AM until 2:30 AM. I see. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? Ah, it's not like that, so we always keep the key for the inside the room away from the window. But why not now? But why wasn't it there that time? Always, you say. Expect for this time, correct? Well, I admit that was a bit careless, but I had my earphones. I left it on because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I had used it and I left it sitting on the legs. Okay, but why did you need it? To use the master key? Anything else I can? Well, I don't think they... Oh, actually, never mind. That one got added. What did you mean by you use the master key? Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Well, as long as you know who it is. Yeah, I think that's the case too. It was, they only did that to trick you. What is it? That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Postman, so... Very interesting. But, please tell me more, Mr. Pike. Quickly. Yeah. I need more now. It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Postman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, so... And that's when you loaned the master key to him? No way! It's against the regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. This makes sense. I walked with Mr. Postman to his office and opened the door for him personally, so... I see. And then, what happened after that? Man, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m. I think. So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. Use the master key. This key was used to unlock and lock Postman's office at 12 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. So that's how it is. Talk about suspicious. I thought you can say that you may never left your keys at home, detective. I think this comes for thorough examination of Mr. Postman's door. Yeah. Let's get to it then. Because what I wanna check now is a minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. It's kind of my stick too, fits in really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's offices. Even Mr. Postman seems dignified, just because he walks behind one of theirs. Nonsense! A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he walks. Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne. Yeah, I have to agree with you. Mr. Payne, I suppose the custodial work can also be dignified. Oops, meant to be too quick there. Is Mr. Postman personal basketball hoop? I can believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office. But you know, it's actually pretty useful, so... Oh, yeah, I think I get what you mean. I haven't gotten loose trying to get to your office since it's been had. How long have I had the same office, and yet you still managed to get lost? I mean, I don't have the right to say anything. Anyway, an art break is coming up now, so I'm gonna go pay it back. And I see you in 3 minutes.
もう僕は逃げない。
とっておきを見せてあげる。
これで決まりだ。
何も惜しくはない。
これは避けられまい。これでも食らえや。
お仕置きが必要みたいね。きっと大丈夫です。裁きの時です。トガ人よ。
深い悲しみの中でも希望が遠く思えても紡ぐ絆は始まり僕らまだ飛べるさ行こう
Alrighty, I'm back now, so let's check some more här. The door is locked tight. I bet they all get it counted dick won't work här, huh? Mr. Edward? I'm pretty sure it wanted to do it. I actually never... Honestly, I never understood why people haven't did that. Because it actually makes no sense. This is the office of a high-pure security detective. Those doors would be pretty ineffective if the obvious cat burglar could get through for them. Oh, so I guess only a great cat burglar could get in? That must be where the culprit is. Might I advise you to get on that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that aside. You want... What happened there? You 1200D. I take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office. Yeah, you can mistake it because of that basketball hoop, so... Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted you 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edward, we put him next door, so... But why? So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting you 1202? I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd. Yup, that's gonna be it. I can think of another reason why. Well, it doesn't say here. I can think of at least three. Bah! Why am I wasting time thinking about this? Oh, you. Is there anything else? I sold you in case. Never mind then. Okay, I did check everything. So let's see. Did something... Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna see if I can use a low kick now. Let's see. Well, there is definitely a connection between high and there. So let's see. Let's see if I can make a connection. Correct, I was. Mr. Spite, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. What? No way, pal. I mean, so? You say that you locked up Mr. Postman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time, which makes it impossible. Whoa! Nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You thought a contradiction, like a pew. Because I am. I had totally forgotten all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right. It was on that very time that I realized the master key was missing. And? Well, I'm a security guard, so I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room. So I don't know where to begin with this. You pretended? Yeah, I used my husky and made it look like I was locking up, so in actuality, you never did lock at the door then. Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. Mr. Pottsman's office. Mr. Spite unlocked the door, but master key was stolen, so she could not lock it up. Mr. Postman's office data, you did down in my organizer. Mr. Postman's office. Mr. Spite unlocked it. Oh wait, no. Let's see. Okay, no, I can't. I thought I could investigate further on this, but doesn't seem to be the case. Oh. Well, there was a saying 1202. There's 4 numbers on a number plate alone. You claim this to be my office. Whoops! Hey, there's number plates slightly odd, so they have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. Although the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of it's worth keeping that in mind. Let's see, can I use another logic? No, I can't make any connection with this true. Well, if that's the case, Ace investigators. I was wanting up for the investigation. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Let I yell, season pew, this is how it's done. I yell seasoned pew of instant noodle cuisine, perhaps. You know that you can always check out the really important spots in more detail, right? I've been doing that all the time, you know. Yes. And if the idea is too big, you can always use to take a look at yours. Oh, but don't worry, the R comment will only show up when you need it. I know that as well. And when you think there's a contradiction or something unusual, try deduction. First, you line up your cursor with the suspicious looking area. then press X and choose your poison. I mean, evidence. Thank you, I had actually forgotten. When you reset it on a piece, you will gonna present it with X again. I'm pretty sure I already know that as well, detective. Well, if you can remember all that, then welcome to the world of abuse. I dub you Ace Investigator, class dismissed. And all I wanted was an update about the investigation. But you did make a good point, huh? Let's see if I can make... Well, I'm not getting anything out of this. Oh? That means that there is something. Let's see. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Hey, you, Carl! There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Mr. Spite has said is true, then why is this store looked tight? I think I'm starting to get it. Huh? You know, you're right. Mr. Spite, are you sure you didn't yellow kitty store? I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Postman noticed it himself that I hadn't. This means... what, sir? It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Mr. Spite opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. She opened a different door, but how can you prove that? Easy. There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine this. I really need a new headset. Anyway. Well, the number plate is what we need to check out then. The pins on the number plate, they will tell us all we need to know. Everything? Jelly? Like what, sir? Like if they haven't been moved or not? Like... oh, I was wrong. Well, for example, and such as... when we know for sure that the Detective Kunz's dealer will only consist of instant noodles. Whoa! That was amazing, sir! How did you know? Was that supposed to be a joke to see me up, Mr. Edward? Yes, that's it. Now then, we shall get back to doing what we need to do, and that is... we need to examine the test. Well, pins on the master key then. If we examine the fingerprints on the master key, well, if that's what you want to examine, so that was the very first thing we did. I can tell you that we didn't find any pins other than make it. Oh. Not so brilliant, Mr. Edward. Så vad kan vi ta ut från that? That I was wrong. Well, I'll tell you what I deduced. I think this means that the culprit whipped the pins off. Yes, that's exactly it. I'm glad you were able to come to the same conclusion. However, the more important matter is we need to examine this. This one actually... Well, anyway, the pins on the turnip will tell us everything. Hey you! Yeah, you, pal! Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So, what did you find out? You don't need to sort, you know. There's no need for so pellicient new steel flying, detective. So, I have found only Mr. Postman and Mr. Fate's pins on this doorknob. So only 2 people's pins were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive. But how? Huh? Huh? I'm lost, sir. Thinking logically, a certain other person's pins are beyond this knob as well. Are you talking about Jim? No then, whose pins are also beyond this doorknob? Take that! We already found Mr. Postman and Mr. Fate's pins, sir. Is that so? Pain not working? Well, this will be one other person who left a mark on this. Take that. Don't you find it odd that the pins of the person who unlocked this door are absent? You mean? Yes. The door that Mr. Spite opened could not have been this one, but a different one. Mr. Postman's office. Mr. Spite says they unlocked this door, but her pins were not found on the doorknob. Mr. Postman's office data updated in my organizer. Let's see. Oh, okay, that's interesting. What have we had? I won't guess until I've inspected every... Wait, that one's always the same. But anyway, that one did catch my interest. A minimalist, yet classy door, made of top quality wood. It's kind of majestic too, fitting really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's offices. Even Mr. Postman seems dignified, just because he walks behind one of theirs. Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he walks. Well, He still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne. Mr. Payne? I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. What's this? Signs of it haven't been moved. What are you looking at, son? Oh, hey! How about a game? No thanks. That's okay, detective. I used to find the position of this hoop to be a little off. Hey, you yikes, son! I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk. Nah, it won't move that much. The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I'd better take note of this. Basketball hoop is sitting in front of a postman's office. There are signs that it's been moved. Basketball hoop data used on in my organizer. Well, let's see. Okay. Anything else? Is this a basketball property of Mr. Postman? Yes, sir. He's always here for a match. Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. It doesn't matter what sport it is. His game. Although, I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball. Ho ho. That isn't the point you should be focusing on, detective. You right, son. Now I know what I should be focusing on. There, Mr. Postman. Someone should teach him to clean up his toys up after he's done playing. That's not it neither. I think we will use the end of this conversation. Anyway, but this was the one that caught my eye. What is this? Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, son. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it. I plotted the 3 pieces of evidence by just like we talked about on the phone. But it looks like you ought, cause I'll get up to you later, buddy. It looks like a note from the victim. Yeah, it is from Mr. Postman. Note left by victim found under the door for the absent postman. Note left by victim. Data used on in my organizer. Investigation complete, huh? Well, let's see. It's gonna save quickly here. Walking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely. Oh, so. In a variety of different ways, I think it's time we had a little sad. With the real cool bit of this case, yeah, it finally makes sense now. You know what the killer is? Whoa, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, it all connects now. As long as my logic is sound, then yes. the mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Postman. What? Mr. Postman? Yes? I knew it! That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, so... Well, I think that your reasoning is flawed. That is anything but logical. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself. Come what might, it's time to knock on a dude's door. Well then, it's time. Mr. Postman, I will finish processing the bloody letters, so... Alright, let me take a candy at it. Pass it here. Okay, looking good. You there. Take good care of this. Whoa! Well... If it isn't a detective comes soon. End of the line for you, Postman. We will got you now. Kind of you talk, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? No, we got you. It's no joke. We know, Mr. Yankee Sportsman, that you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay. If you promise to stay out of our way. Nice try. You intend to hide your crime under the curse of a prosecutor doing his job? I can see right through the unsightly puppeting mask you wear upon your goal. Ha ha! Would I have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? Yes, what about it? The entire prosecutor will never lose a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant disaster upon false evidence with that guy. Really teases me that I'm going to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know? Are you don't trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using that mood of use for now is explaining yourself. Although that too will only take you whole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Well, aren't we full of ourselves? Even though you have yet to prove anything. Well, if that's what you want, then I do use that. Mr. Postman, you're brutal. I have no idea what sort of hair paint idea you have in mind, but There's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how may I ask two people's I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. We're done when I say so. Sorry, but we are not finished yet. Boy, you stubborn. I suppose you're passing your accusations on something. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on. With evidence. So let's get to it. Mr. Postman, you brutal. I have no idea what sort of happy idea you have in mind, but hold it. My accusation is a hard-brained idea, is it? You tell me. I'd say it is. After all, there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Hold it. Oh, and what, pray tell, kind of evidence are we talking about here? He was my partner, so you can't say I had a motive for killing him. And that's it. That's not even an anthill, let alone a mountain. But it's more than enough, wouldn't you agree? Might I recommend that you revive what the word evidence means? It doesn't change the fact that the evidence doesn't point to me as the killer. Besides, how, may I ask, few people I unlocked your door and got in here? Well, I can actually prove that to you, but I'll do that in a bit, so hold it. Unfortunately, I believe I have already sung home earlier. These speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room. What should I do now? Should I raise an objection? Not yet. I need to get a bit more information. What's wrong? Don't tell me all you wanted to do was find fault with my flawless logic. Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Hold it. I don't think so. Oh, and why is that? Because there is a flaw in your reasoning. Are you calling me a liar? Yes. So, that's the proof. The saying, evidence is everything, isn't limited to use the courtroom, you know. You need not remind me. I'll show you all the evidence you want in time. Well then. Now then, I'm gonna raise an objection. So there we go. Hang on här. So, you claim to have had no way to open my door. However, it's not really the honest dude. Ha ha! Alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot. As you wish then. Very well then. I propose that you use this to open my door. Take that! I believe you were able to open my office door with a master key, no less. Wait. Hold on for a second. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely, you were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to the egg. That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key. That's someone been making by, so take that. You had asked Mr. Spite to open your own office door for you, yes? Yeah, I kinda forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my days, you know? But the room you had Mr. Spite open at that time was not your own, was it? What? You have quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Postman's door, so? And why are you certain of that? I set an open plate to make sure I opened the right door, so? See, Mr. Spite backs up my story. Yet, what if you had misled her? To fool her into thinking what you wanted? Ha! And how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on other doors, for example? That's right! They do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression that the door she was opening was yours and not, in fact, mine. What was it that Mr. Postman used to make Mr. Spy think that it was his room? Well, it was the hoop, so take that. What? The basketball hoop, so? Exactly. It's quite a peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. This is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. Come on! Seems like I was right. That's where it used, sir. Because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Postman's. There are signs that the hoop has been moved. To sit it in front of my office, to be sure. I see. So that's how you draw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the yay track. And why do you say so? Conjectures är brutal. Now you use the sport in nonsense. I had to call open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. Are you sorry about that? So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I'm as poor and innocent as my jacket. And Mr. Spite is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. My jacket's not dirty. I'll have you know, I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down. För inte till sorry was the one duly covered in slime här. So there we go again. Conjectures är brutal. Now you use the spot in nonsense. Hold it. Nonsense, you say? Yes, because I'm telling the truth here. You saw about that? I had to call open my office door. Hold it. Using the master key, of course. So you have a problem with that. That is what the master key is for, yeah? Perhaps we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth of some sort for people like you. After that, I was in my room the entire time. Hold it. And what were you doing in your office? I was doing my usual thing in Jochira. Okay. Thing in Jochira. Were you going to fill all the books from start to finish? Mainly but in practice and some weights. Oh, and I joke when I get the sounds. Wow, you must be the perfect prosecutor we have. With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem. I was doing my usual workout, so... You don't have a single reason to suspect me. Hold it. I think I've given you quite a fair reasons, actually. But none of those want to stand up on their own. Then what about all the evidence? There we go again. It's all circumstantial. No judge will convict on such flimsy evidence. He seems to be damping a little. One more little push. All I have to do is find a flaw in his testimony. Well then, and I shall be doing exactly that. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna prove to you that isn't true. Let's see. I misclick. That was a misclick indeed. Let me think. Oh yeah, that's the one I should go for. So, I have something to tell you. Objection! I had you told Thursday for beans. My door? Ha! What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You're so good at wasting time. Yeah, that's exactly it. I didn't. And that's exactly why I'm objecting. Because I was supposed to find something. And yet I didn't. And now that is very interesting indeed. You're right, I didn't find anything. And definitely not Mr. Spice's fingerprints. Happens? What do they have to do with anything? Well, if she was the one that opened the door, then you think you would find it. Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then have pins naturally beyond the door noob she does. What the? All of the pins on my office doors noob have been whipped clean off. I can only assume. It's because Mr. Spice's fingerprints were on it. But it doesn't change the fact that I was in my room the entire time. Are you sure? Is that really a fact? Or is it fiction? Hey! Would I lie to you? Yes, you would. I have had proof that you were not in your room the entire time as you claim. So, because if you was, you won't have mistakenly found this. So, take that! This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Postman. A note? It was left on your door, but did you not notice? And right here it says, put you out. Yep. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Ah! Don't you think it's time you gave up your side? You know you stood into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Wade found you out, possibly because he heard sounds coming from my room, whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Postman, you killed Mr. Fate to silence him. And I had the misfortune to get on when I did. You had to detain me as you escaped. The jig is off. As I said when you had to come to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. So, you gave up, I take it. Ha 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 ha. I take it it's over then. And just what's so funny, Paul? Well, that look of a stiff seriousness on the face of this office finance prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me is simply too much bad. What do you mean? There's just nothing else like it in the world. What? Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the mortier. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. And as I said earlier, it's also circumstantial, so full of conjuncture. You say you sacked my door for beans, but I can readily confess that I had lived without the Nuperton well. I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want it to turn up that you had those. This is why I whipped the canoe on as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only James and my own beings will be on there. You made that obvious no, didn't you? He did. Furthermore, as for the loot Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Hey, even Celsius fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. No, that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. But you can't prove that, can you? You're right. I can't. For now. Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up, son. Postman makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only just realized I had the one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. Okay, why you only tell us now? Anyway, an art break is coming up, so we're gonna go be right back, and I see you in 3 minutes.
黒き方向がここへ歪んだ迷路の中薄暗い夜の帳に不仲のならば時をかける金の時計今と重なる想いよ新たなる壁越えろ絆に誓って赤黒き方向が過去へ歪んだ迷路の中薄暗い夜の帳に下ってゆくのか時をかける金の時計今と重なる想いよ真実にたどり着け奇跡を超えても新たなる壁越えろ絆に誓って
Okay, I'm back now. So, let's keep going, huh? Postman's alibi. If memory serves, you came back to this office around 2 a.m., correct? It was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at the gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. As ngayon, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. We'll see about that. Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective, come, sir. Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out this alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I think we're in the open. It's just like Mr. Postman said. The guys down in criminal affairs say they saw him at around 2 a.m. I see. You see? All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. Well, let's see what I can find out. Postman's alibi. If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? Hold it! You are correct. It was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was true. Oh, giving testimony like a few. Okay, so you came back to your office at noon? And it was then that you had an unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. Hold it! It is as you say. However, yes, however, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? Now, whoever it was, there was a position in a way that would make it so I couldn't see it. It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see it. Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. They are a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. Interest. Okay, that one was actually interesting. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. I wonder about that. But at exactly that time, I was thrown in criminal affairs. Hold it. So you paid the criminal affairs department a visit? Yup, right after I left the prosecutor's building. I had to start for the precinct. But I do wonder why. As Kayon, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Hold it. Well, you did go and ask Kayon to confirm your testimony. And it was used as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives say that they saw you at around that time. See, I have the perfect alibi. That's the eighth I had up my sleeve. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything at all. Impossible. He actually does have the perfect alibi. What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face? Well, it's because I didn't see any issues at all. Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I would, if I could. Heh, I think we will use the end of the line and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there? So, please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. Maggie? Detective Komsu? There must be something. Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around. If I only had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me get stopped on his alibi? Mr. Botsman alibi. The intruder I met could not have been Botsman. Then who could it have been? I need to calmly think this through for one more time. And with logic. Let's see then. Well, the one thing I want is the fact that there's a true hand counts. Let's see if I'm right. There, I was right. There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One thought you missed the fate of his life, and one that you missed the fate of his life. And one that nearly duped me of my jacket. However, the mortar weapon only shows signs of being fired once, meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Fate's gun, I thought the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person, which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. Another visitor, maybe the victim and his killer weren't the only visitors to my office tonight. I see. Well then, they are the only ones I can connect, so that makes things easy. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my cells were opened twice. We know that the cells were disturbed once before and once after the murder, so it should be most of us dead to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it, and once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back, Mr. Postman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great, so you will finally come to your senses. Yes. and it's not good for you. Mr. Edgeworth? So, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I am into was the killer, but that might not be the case. What do you mean? The person I am into was used to you, obvious thief. A thief? But so doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Yes, and that's exactly it. Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, two culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean, two? It explains both why my cells were distorted twice and how there were two guns. Mr. Postman took Mr. Bite and gained entry into my office. Now you're just deleting the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know? If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Postman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. So what say you? Now then, get on into my scenario. Mr. Postman was out to steal something from me. This is why he sacked my secret safe and unsacked myself. This is the fourth time. So then, this will be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right? Yes. Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, Woodshot walked in, but his own partner, Mr. Fate. But why did Mr. Fate come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Postman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed the sounds coming from my office. Would be my cause? Oh, because you were supposed to be away, yeah? Exactly. And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Postman, Mr. Fate probably let his guard down. But Mr. Postman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Fate's gun from him. And then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Fate for catching him in the act of stealing. It seems like I was right from your reaction. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Postman whipped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind to fame come soon. You is so complicated to open make, you know that? Well, if things were simple as that, then all would be solved. However, it doesn't make sense because a book is missing. There was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another visitor, so yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Postman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and sourced the truth myself. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found the prize. The stolen sale file, right? So, yes, the very one. Correct. Only just as the thief was able to leave with the file, I bet. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made the escape. The second bullet was fired during the brief encounter. So the cells getting messed up twice, and the two bullets. It was hard because two different people were doing those things at two different times. Yep, precisely. So, now, do you see, Mr. Postman? The person I met was just a thief, and was not, in fact, Mr. Fate's killer. Which means that your alibi means nothing at all. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant, because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit. Ha 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 ha! What's so funny, Paul? Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it is. It's Mr. Edgeworth after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Well, it's still, if we can't identify who the thief is, then all it is means absolutely nothing. Suppose an if, and that's a big if, your theory is right. It was indeed against my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you. Irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that, sir. I don't believe this. Don't worry, Makey. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. I tell you why. Postman's Alibi, Part 2. That if you yell into should be your real suspect, what did you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I already said, I was staying in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down on criminal affairs, so I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. Or so you say. So you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course, now isn't the time to be having the state and discussions. I don't think it's at all that. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Postman's Alibi, Part 2. Well then, let's say first that if you yell into something you yell suspect, what did you say? That's up to me, so hold it. Actually, no. I wouldn't. Why not? That's elementary. The tie-in message, of course. Mr. Fate's killer very clearly left those letters on the spines of those files. And it was after they were on that the thief stole one of them. You mean the stereo files? Right? Yes. And that's how we also know the letters themselves were set up and not from Mr. Fate. If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves? Maybe the killers didn't think of that either. Yes, that was it. Maybe, just maybe. I don't think so. We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I think not, so hold it. Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would link nearby. Well, you never know. If you didn't get what they were really after. Oh, I'm pretty sure they did get what they wanted. Oh, you talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. It's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything. After all, I hate to repeat myself, but as I already said, I was staying in my room. Hold it. But according to Mr. Fate's news, hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Did we say that Jim left that news for me in the early evening? If we have proof that he left it at a different time, say just before he was murdered, I can't. I don't have any. No. You see, so I insist again that I was in my office the entire time. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was told at criminal affairs. Hold it. What did you call them with Mr. Fate? You almost did it yourself. That's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know those sofas in the highway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. Just like you, Detective Kumsu. And what of the evidence he brought? There were things related to yesterday's case. Used two items, a gun and a pendant. I see. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks. Yeah, let's keep that one in mind then. He brought me two items, a gun and a pendant, that are related to yesterday's case. Hold it, I wanna hold more about the case. A gun and a pendant. Yes, this gun, which was the murder weapon. And this pendant, which belonged to the victim. And why were you taking them to criminal affairs? There was something in a past case file I wanted to compare this to. But all this has nothing to do with this case right now. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail I left to be to your satisfaction. This is all matching up with what Detective Kunzu found out. So I can't be expected to know what happened to Iron High after I left. Hold it. I can't expect you to know, can I? Nope, but of course you can expect me to take a course based on logical deductions. Oh, then let's say you deduce. He waited for me to leave and then stole the master key for the purpose of sneaking into your room, of course. And that's when Mrs. Byte caught him red-handed, and the murder occurred. It's not exactly as I had laid out earlier. I know he's lying. I know he was hurt at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. But I think I have a way of doing it actually. So just give me a bit. Yeah, this is the thing that interests me. Because you keep insisting on it being true, but hi, it says this, so I'm sorry to tell you, but I do have an objection! Only two pieces, and only two pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is you fail. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Postman. As you intend to keep evidence hidden from me? What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. I'm sorry to tell you, but I have a proof that you are indeed hiding something. Well, as a piece I think you should read carefully. It says that Mr. Fate was pink in 3 pieces. Yes, and this is the victim's reality message to you, Mr. Postman. I can't believe to get tipped off by simple arithmetic. Where is the missing piece of evidence? You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make those a face. Detective Kumsu! Yeah, investigate him. You don't have to say it, so I'll pat the guy from head to toe. But don't come any closer. I'm warning you. Well, if you really aren't hiding anything, then you should have no issues. This is all part of the investigation, Paul. So don't even think about stopping me. No! Hey, what's this? He had this on him, sir. Oh? Interesting. A VHS? Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. But why would he hide something like that? There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally pointed at the person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. Well, let's see then what I can find out. I go for the blood last. First I'll go for this one. Corky 8 incident. The Corky 8 incident. That's a police case number, so this that means this video is evidence from that case. interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now. Let's give the case in a truth once over. Yet the thing that did interest me was this. Oh, that's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good persecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh, which means that it was only recently. You mean this might be Detective Fate's blood? No, you've got it all wrong. No amount of denial can save you. We have reported to Jon a blood test to find the truth. He told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how the victim's blood finds its way onto this video. Yeah, it's totally suspicious. Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Fate have this videotape on his person list when you killed him? You know very well there's no way to prove that. You saw about that. Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints. No! I take that as a no. If I had to take a course, I'd say that the only ones on hand would belong to you, the Mortius you, and Mr. Fate. No, impossible. That can't be good. Well then, it seems like we got him. Master 14, 5:47 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, Room 1202. Mr. Postman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Body Fate, sir. Very good. And the results we got back from the lab text on the tape don't ought to be solid, sir. The blood work came back, and it was definitely Mr. Fate's blood on there. It was a bonus. They were able to lift a pair of Mr. Fate's fingerprints as well. Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see you cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir. It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. Oh, it was nothing. Really, compared to what I've been through, I mean, I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a hold up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person. If you think so, something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail. You know something, sir? That Mr. Postman jälle was vanko jo pysäköttöön. And why would you say he was coyote? Well, I heard that there was a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. Is that so? The 7 rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is false, so false evidence, huh? And they say he even decided not to prosecute a 5 cases for some really bad reasons. Oh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession. We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office. Yeah, that's still... Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clamped off. Although, we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something. This is used between you and me, so... But... that some sort of false organization is involved behind the scenes. Is that so? Oh, well. With Mr. Postman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends a credence to that rumor. It was seen that we haven't heard the last of this. Huh? Then Mr. Postman isn't a bad guy? Well, he definitely is. But he isn't a mastermind. I didn't say that. But yet, there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence. Are you talking about this one? Take that! The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night. Yeah, I wonder who it was. And what happened to the stolen pieces? I wonder what was it that held me up at gunpoint? Mr. Edgeworth, so what is it? Yes? I came across this when I was possessing your office earlier, so... Why does it look familiar? This card? What is it, sir? Is that about something on there? It's not just any board. It is the mark of the Javen. At you like the Javen. And you don't know what this is, detective. Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That creative everyone's talking about. Yes, it is the mark of the creative Yatakayasu. I had a feeling. Under the mark of a legendary bot, the Yatakayasu is noble to the end. A modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatakayus a pass and vanishes at will. So we don't know more about this team's ultimate goal. We do know the targets. The Yatakayos likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no thematic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with this single card. Although it has been a while since the Yatakayas last appeared. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back. What? Let me see. Is the location of where the thief put the stolen files? So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatakayos? Yatakayos organization. Quite a fair keywords are popping up in this mystery. The board in my office. The return of the creative Yatakayas. Looking back, I can say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incident that began to occur 2 days ago. I see. Anyway, so we are done with episode 1 then. So let me save. And well, that is actually end of for today. So, just give me a quick second and I'm gonna close the game now. So, there we go, and then I'll just do this. And then that. And now, let me look when the next stream will be. So the next team is gonna be the next team is gonna be on the Friday with some more Ace Attorney, Miles Edgeworth investigation. Okay, just give me a quick second and I'm just gonna update it quickly. So, 1 second here as I update the Steam team. So there we go. Just give me 1 quick second here. Hang on. 1 second. There we go. So, if you wanna follow me at Patreon, here you go. And feel free to join my Discord. And if you aren't subscribed, you can use this message. Otherwise, you can use this one. No, you scream me a little bit, and we shall see what we shall go for. And I'll be seeing you all next time. Good night, Uyatsumi. A bit on the older side again, I know.
約束された